Well, it seems like... How? Those biters? You guys just get teleported to me? They just got teleported to me. You can't do anything to me. You can't even know. It doesn't work like that. You don't get to interrupt my intro. Nobody can... Go, Bill. Jesus Christ, what the hell's happening? What? What the hell was that? Guys, I just want to do my intro. That's all I want to do. So let me do that in peace. Okay? You'll get your chance. Welcome back to Subnautica. Guys, we just got some major spoilers for the DLC, so I suggest you click off the video now if you don't want to know all about the DLC and some information about it, because it's a lot of cool stuff. You don't want to be here, well then you'd probably go, because it'd be a bad time if you're here. So anyways, let's get some things straight. I'm under the assumption now that since this has gone public with Charlie, one of the main people of Subnautica, then this is okay for me to share with you since it's past iterations of stuff. But this is going into what was on the translation branch of the game that was accidentally made public. So I couldn't give you any names or anything like that or anything fancy, but now we can actually get into that. Now here's what's happening. Here's what's been going on. There was a translation section of the site that people could use to translate Subnautica. You guys all know that because Subnautica is in many different languages now. Well, in that translation section, they had something about the Arctic DLC. Unfortunately, they had that still public, so some people got a glimpse at what was happening with the game's development, and they got a little snippet as to what the development of the game is going to be in the storyline and stuff. Now, we did get a hint towards the coronavirus having some kind of mutation. It may have mutated. It may have taken more of a natural selection form. You know the natural selection game, obviously. The same developers made that game, basically. And the idea behind it was mutations were rampant within this Arctic biome, perhaps, or something like that. And then there was a name that came up. There was a name, Vesper, actually. Now, the dialogue said the enzyme was not working anymore, and as a result, they had to hide inside an alien building. So the precursor tech would be in the Arctic biome as well. They've explored far beyond the reaches of what we thought they were too. They were pretty far away from this zone. Now, this is where it gets a little bit interesting, okay? So keep up with me. There was a name that I would not release in my last video because I didn't want to be that guy. Well, I can be that guy now because, fortunately, it is public knowledge on Charlie's Twitter. There was a name in the dialogue. One was Vesper, and the other was the player. Now, what is Vesper? Who is Vesper? Well, Vesper isn't a person at all, like people had thought. Vesper was a installation. And then right here, we actually have Charlie's tweet. The Vesper. And this is actually taken from a build that they've already created for the Arctic DLC. Incredibly enough, they've already got something that they can use and play with in the Arctic DLC, which, I mean, they've been busting ass to get this done pretty fast then. But the Vesper is a semi-permanent installation designed to provide a sustainable environment for research personnel stationed far from Federation space. Once in Geosynchronous orbit, I think that's how you say that, of a target planet, it deploys multiple ground-to-space elevators for energy-efficient resource transportation. Location, planet 4546b, Ardnearm? Yeah, that arm, basically. And then the mission perimeters, forensic examination and recovery of Aurora wreckage, biomedical research, ecological preservation, and resource exploration. And then the fifth one is classified. Now, what is that fifth one? You can only guess what the fifth one would be because it's classified. That must be the main hint towards the story or something like that. Now, I have a lot of questions, but I also have to clear something up with you guys because we saw a big word back there. Geosynchronous orbit. I think that's how you say it. My pronunciation sucks. What is geosynchronous orbit? Why is that included in there? So the idea behind a geosynchronous orbit, from what I understand, and I'm not, don't take my words for facts. This is just coming from a different website, and the definition could be wrong. If any of you are super into space and that stuff, well, you'll understand it more, like if you understand how satellites work, for instance. But more or less, a geosynchronous orbit is a high Earth orbit that allows satellites to match Earth's rotation, located at 22,236 miles above Earth's equator. This position is a valuable spot for monitoring weather, communications, and surveillance. Because the satellite orbits at the same speed that the Earth is turning, the satellite seems to stay in place over a single longitude, though it may drift north to south. Now, what I understand and what I've come to the conclusion of with this stuff is that it's more or less a gateway. Like, you have to be within the perimeters for this thing to activate, because it speaks about a space elevator that will activate then and do all kinds of fancy stuff. Now, the way that I see it, yeah, I agree. I'm passing 100 meters. It's okay. Now, the thing about this is that it seems like a geosynchronous orbit more or less means you have a time that you can go and do whatever it is you need to do, and then you're kind of stuck for an certain amount of time. Now, since planet 4546b is such a massive planet, I think in the storyline somewhere it's stated it's a massive planet, but wait, is it bigger than Earth? I'm pretty sure some people were telling me about it being bigger. Anyways, obviously the size of the planet matters. Size does matter, okay? So get it out of your mind that it doesn't. Your girlfriends are lying to you. The idea behind it, I think, is that you have a time window. You have a time and a window of opportunity to do whatever you need to do and gather whatever you need to gather and send it on the space elevator and stuff like that. Now, the idea behind it obviously being that if planet 4546b is substantially bigger than Earth, which I had someone telling me about it before, and I could be wrong. So I want to be clear with you guys. I could be wrong. Planet 4546b might be smaller than Earth. I'm not sure. Clarify in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section whether that's the case or not, because then you can digest whether or not it will be a faster opportunity window or a shorter one. But the idea is still there that you're going to have an opportunity window, and from there, you can do your stuff, and then you're stuck on the planet, I assume, for an undetermined amount of time while we wait. Oh, crap, I didn't mean to do that. While we wait for the next window of opportunity. So that could be hours, days, months, or years. It all depends on the size of the planet at that point. Hey, I found a building. It's got lots of fancy supplies. Hell yeah. Give me you and you. I will take everything you have to offer. Jesus Christ, don't come. Hey, no. Go away. I have to talk about space elevators and all kinds of fancy stuff to do with Subnautica now. You gotta go away, man. You can't be in here trying to glitch out the game and get in through walls and stuff, dude. You can't. No. I won't stand for it. I will get out there. I will shank you. Or put the builder up your ass and try and build a fort. I mean, one of the two. Oh, look at that. You got that right there too. Sweet. And there is nothing for me to scan. All right. That's awesome. Let me go up here. Jesus Christ. Oh, come on. Are you really trying to break through the wall again? Stop it, dude. You need some restraint. God damn. Can it really come through the wall? That would explain so much. I don't think it can. Oh, no. No. I want this too. This is mine. You can't drink that. So I get to have it, okay? I'm the adult in this situation. As far as the elevator goes and... Oh, God. As far as the elevator goes and the potential for that stuff, I mean, it's interesting in a way, and in another way, like, it could be a total flop because, like, there are... Jesus Christ, no! Hey. Okay, we're okay. The guy just swan dived, that's all. Let go of me. Oh, freak, is there two? Or is that just one that just went lopsided? No, we're okay. Everything's fine. He's scared. All right, we're fine. I don't see anything else. My God, I gotta watch where I'm going. Holy crap. That was bad. I'm gonna go up to the surface and repair this, but see, that could be a flop too, because, like, what if this space elevator has to be the way we get home? How if this, like, what if this thing is the way we leave the planet? Do they drop supplies to us as well, or are we just bringing supplies up? And then it brings me to another point where, you know, obviously they know about the Aurora crash now, so it goes canon with the storyline that we currently have. So the Half-Life comment that Obraxis made a while ago is entirely legible then if they continue on with this idea and this storyline. Now, the thing about it is that they want to try and salvage the Aurora. They want to examine anything that's on the Aurora and recover any wreckage they can. Now, like, they know about the virus. They have to. The survivor, us, right now, who we are, we survived, we left the planet, and we explained to them, hey, you know, there's bad things. We needed to talk to a giant sea monster to survive, so you don't go there. It's a bad time. And then they decide to piss against the wind, effectively, and come back to the planet because they want to examine the biological stuff. I guess they want to try and cure it, or they realize how much of a threat the coronavirus is. And I don't even know what happens to the player. I don't know if we survive or if we are infected and, like, we transmit the other stuff, because who knows if the if the cure itself just made the virus go dormant in your blood, or if it 100% cured it. Who knows if we're infected in the way of it being on our suit or on the spaceship. Who knows any of that? And why would they go to, like, you guys saw how far that section was of the Arctic biome. It's really far away from the Aurora crash site. Why did they choose the Arctic biome to be the place to go to? Why did they choose that to be the place they wanted to land and try to gather stuff on the Aurora? Why would they choose such a far place? Does that mean we're going to go to the Aurora? Are we going to see an Aurora, you know, circa 5-10 years from now, after it's been underwater for a long time, that's covered in just plant growth and algae and has new clusters of fish living in it now, and, like, you know, like, this changes the whole dynamic of the Aurora even. But it also makes the Aurora the center, in a way, of the game, and that's something I don't like, because right now the Aurora is kind of like the center of Subnautica, and then you have to go get the cure and stuff, and the Aurora played a huge part in getting the rocket blueprints, and the Aurora was the cause of you being stuck on the planet, basically, with the gun and the shooty shoot and stuff like that. So it just, things get really weird really fast, and I don't know if it means we're going to revisit this map here and go to the Aurora manually, or, like, what's going to happen with that. I can imagine that if we do revisit the Aurora... Oh my god, you guys see that? Holy crap! Dude, you went for a ride. You poor guy. Wow, that was, you really wanted to steal the show for a second, didn't you? Like, are we gonna see an Aurora that has fully degraded into, you know, like a horrible just waste of scrap metal, basically, that's rusted and in really horrible condition compared to what we see right now? Because the Aurora we see right now is fairly fresh from the crash, and it's landed on some ground, but, like, who knows if the tides will change and if the ocean will get a little bit deeper, or, you know, whatever happens there, and then it gets pushed maybe underwater entirely. I guess my question is this a situation similar to what we might be facing in the future? Minus the ghost leviathans that are about to spawn, but this is the Aurora when it's completely underwater, completely submerged, and it's just a bad time. Now, oh man, like, it gets, yeah, I'm passing 200 meters, I know. It gets scary really fast. And the thing about this is a potential outcome. You see, this is an entirely likely outcome, because who's to say there couldn't be a freak, gigantic rogue wave, or even a ghost leviathan that said, hey, I want to snack down on the Aurora and move the Aurora. Now, obviously, a ghost leviathan wouldn't do that. It's not big enough, nearly big enough. However, there are waves out there, even in the real world, that when these rogue waves hit you, they hit you and they can move mountains. They are crazy. So my question ultimately is, are we going to face a situation where fire burns underwater and we are looking to extract from an Aurora that has effectively been submerged and is it's in even worse shape than what we have right now? Right now, it's not looking like it's in the best shape, I know. But it can get worse. It can get entirely worse, and I can only imagine. It changes the whole dynamic, too, because it goes from a kind of scary, you know, hey, we need to go on this ship and get some fancy stuff to, you know, you got this darkness all around you, and everything is mysterious in nature. You don't know what you could be facing. Like, this right here has a much scarier vibe than anything within Subnautica I've experienced so far. Now, obviously, things are a little bit dramatized because, well, fire underwater and stuff like that makes it look a little flickery, but it's still a terrifying concept. I want to know what you guys think down in the comments section. What do you think is going to happen to the Aurora? What's going to happen with this space elevator stuff? And what's the general idea behind what the hell? Hang on, what? What's going on here? Oh, the rooms didn't load. That's awkward. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is super weird. You can see all of the sections in here. Oh, this is fancy. Let me just turn my fog cheat on real quick. What does this lead to? Oh, that leads to the inside of the Aurora. Oh, that's kind of cool. I want to know what you guys think, though. So now that we're off that topic, I want to go to the base real quick because I did a thing. I did a thing you guys are going to be proud of, actually. And I expect that this is going to be done and it's going to be all good. Let me just get inside. This right here, you probably already saw the thing that I did. Ow, my asshole. You probably already saw the thing that I did. But I expanded this thingy and now they can grow all the way. Yeah. And look, they are growing all the way, too. Oh, blood vines, you needed 2 tiers, and I didn't even know it. I'm such a noob when it comes to this game. God damn. So, some things actually fell in my lap a while ago. Now, these are actually pretty old. So, I want to make it clear to you guys right now that this isn't anything pointing towards what might be coming to the game or anything fancy like that. But I did like them. I wanted to show you guys them because I figured you guys would have an appreciation for them. A lot of you guys seem to like some of the concept stuff that is found, and some of the stuff goes overlooked when I feel like it should be seen. I think it's really good to see this stuff. And on top of it, like, for instance, if a game developer watches this video for whatever reason, I feel so sorry for you if you're a game developer watching this video, but if you're one of the Subnautica people watching this video and you come across this and, you know, you like it, it could be inspiration for future stuff. So, I mean, in my opinion, it's always good to always try at least and get things out there and in the public eye. But I have 4 things I want to show you. One is the Banshee. Now, what is the Banshee? It was a created creature by Shovel Fighter. This was made in 2016. The Banshee is a compact, egg-shaped creature that disguises itself as a harmless coral or plant, emitting a subtle humming sound. But when potential prey is nearby, they will use their tentacles to launch themselves on any unsuspecting victim. By using their voice as a weapon, they can stun and confuse the prey long enough to wrap their tentacles around them, and then obviously they start eating it. Horrifying concept, but I love this concept. It's really cool. This was one that was brought to me by Bal. The next is the Emperor's Rest. Now, this is a sketch made by Shovel Fighter as well. I think all of these I'm going to show you are made by this person, actually, but this is the sketch that they made showing a Dead Sea Emperor Alpha. The idea is that the tusks have grown much larger because it is an older emperor. It is the Alpha, more or less. It's just gigantic in size, and it shows its great size through the size of the tusk. You get an idea then of how menacing this creature might have been in the ocean. This was an idea they had for a endgame suit in 2015. I feel like this suit, in general, the idea and what they state is that they want to turn you less on technology dependent and more on, like, you fit in with the environment. You are more one with the planet. You suit the planet's atmosphere more, or, well, I guess water more, in a sense. I mean, that makes sense to me. I wouldn't agree with bringing this to the game because it's too much of a change. It's massive, actually, compared to what you would normally see within Subnautica, but I still like the gesture. I think it's kind of cool that they went in that direction. I don't even think the Subnautica devs have gone in that direction, actually. Now, I'm interested in this one because we mentioned mutations a while ago, and mutations were, I guess, speculated and spoken about within the Arctic DLC and the idea for that with the Karar advancing. Well, this is a Reaper, obviously, but it's mutated. It's got bioluminescent lights. It has a lot more muscle mass around its chest. And in general, it seems like this thing has suffered from not major mutations, but mutations enough to make it more of a threat, more of a dangerous creature to have to deal with. And that's something that I really like the idea of. Now, that's basically it for all of the stuff that I have to show you guys for now. I thought it was really cool. I figured you guys would appreciate to see it, so, well, I decided to show you it. So, that's basically it, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. Really curious to know what your thoughts are on all of the things you have seen here, official and unofficial, obviously. But definitely, either way. Oh, you cute little guy. You trying to get up in here with me? Do you want to come live with me? Oh, look at that. He's so cute. Hey, do you want to live with me? Oh, look. He's trying to get in. Oh, you're so cute. Hey, no, you come here. You come here. You can live with me. That's okay. I'll put you in my tank. There, I'll put you in the tank. That's what I'll do. I'll give you a fresh new home in here. You definitely want to get away from the nastiness of the Karar and some of the horrible things you've seen. There you go, little guy. There you go. Oh, you're so cute in here. Now you got a new home. You adorable little Dickens, you. Guys, that is it for now. And, you know, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm already repeating that. Oh well. I'll see you in the next video.